Welcome to Your High School Sports. I'm your host, Roddy Woods, along with Chris Blevins, Chris Reddick, and Jake in the house. All right, Jake, Southwest Virginia, let's talk. They're pretty much semifinals, quarterfinals, where they're at up there.
Well, Roddy, right now they are just getting done with their region championship games this past week. We've got a couple of them to go over for you right now on Your High School Sports. First up in Southwest Virginia, Patrick Henry and Graham set up for a major matchup this week in the VHSL semifinals. The Patriots versus the G-Men, both very talented coming into this game. Graham coming into this game after a big win over Wise County Central last week, 43-14, and then Patrick Henry 24-0 over J.I. Burton to get to this point. So a very big matchup between two very talented teams there in the Commonwealth. Also in the VHSL 1C championship game, Galax takes it 52-6 over George with the Maroons not able to do anything against Galax, and that offense just so high-powered all throughout that matchup. And then, of course, their defense holding the Maroons to just 6 points throughout that night. And then Galax now 12-1 on the season. And then on to the Volunteer State, looking at a couple state championship matchups, as we go through the list. So in Class 1A, Greenback and Lake County. 2A, Meigs County and Peabody. 3A, Alcoa and Pearl Cone. 4A, Elizabethton and Springfield. 5A, Central and Summit. And then 6A, a big matchup, Maryville and Ravenwood. And then on to Division 2. Division 2 Class A, Davidson Academy and University School of Jackson. Bruins looking to bring home the second gold ball, in Jackson's history. In Division 2 Class 2A, Christ Presbyterian Academy and Evangelical Christian School out of Memphis. And then, of course, Division II Class 3A, another heavyweight bout, McCallie and Montgomery Bell Academy out of Nashville. And then on to the Mr. Football winners from the state of Tennessee this week. Big congratulations to all of these guys for representing their state, representing their cities, representing their schools and their families with class this week in Nashville as the awards were given out this afternoon. For Division I Class 1A, Holden Willis out of Greenback. He's been a playmaker all year. Just got an offer today from UMass and the Minutemen, so look for him to be a big performer in their state championship game. Class 2A, Cooper Baugus out of Peabody. That high school is just 10 minutes from my house, so I've gotten to know Cooper a little bit over the years. Great guy, and really congratulations to him and the entire community of Trenton. I know that's a big win for them. Division I Class 3A, James Moore out of Stratford, been a big playmaker for them all year. Division I Class 4A, Tim Kutris out of Nolensville. I know he had a big role this past week, even in their loss to Elizabethton. Division I Class 5A, I've talked about him all year. Elijah Young out of South Doyle. Been a great example for the Cherokees all year. Big congratulations to him, I know, for bringing that home before leaving for Missouri. Division I 6A, Lincoln Pear out of Houston. Been a playmaker all season long. They came up short against Ravenwood this past week, but still a big shout out to the Mustangs former running back for bringing home the Mr. Football Award to Memphis. Division II Class A, the winner is Kimari McGowan out of Middle Tennessee Christian School. I know that has to be a big honor for him as he was able to get it done in Nashville. Division II Class 2A, Austin Hill out of Evangelical Christian. He'll play a big role in their state championship matchup this week. And then Division II Class 3A, the big boy out of Memphis, Omari Thomas from Briarcrest. I've talked to Brian Stewart about him all year, and he's got several SEC offers on the table right now. Big congrats to Omari and all the Mr. Football winners. And then, of course, last but not least, Kicker of the Year, Zeke Rankin out of Alcoa. I know, talking to his dad and coach, Gary Rankin, he's talked about how a couple of those games for the Tornadoes have come down to kicks, and Zeke's come through for him every time. So big congratulations to Zeke, to all the Mr. Football winners, and to everyone involved with those awards from Your High School Sports. And we will dig deeper into the state championship matchups when we come back.
I tell you what, guys, I got to give you some.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm clapping for myself, too.
That's good. You know what we're talking about? If you don't know what we're talking about, Cyclones eliminated Nolensville 34-12.
34-12.
Big win for Elizabeth.
Big win.
You should be grinning inside out.
Oh, yeah, very, very proud of the Cyclones. Just talk real quickly about it since we talking there. Big win for the Cyclones. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that came out to support. We even had Sean's little brother.
Little brother. That's
Little
right.
brother, yeah.
That's
Jason
right.
Wood was there in the house to congratulate him. But like I said, quick outstanding game. Tell you a quick few highlights. Parker Hughes, the man always in the news.
Always.
3 touchdowns.
Always.
Yeah. Bryson Rollins, touchdown from him. Of course, Cade Maupin. Those kind of the 3 amigos you hear a lot of.
Sure.
He was able to get a touchdown too. But fantastic night. Like I said, words clearly can't explain that moment, not just for the players, but also for former players and the community. And here's what Sean had to say.
It's exhausting, you know, get to the Final Four. I mean, it took everything we had tonight to pull out this victory. It's a great football team that really challenged us. We lost our composure a little bit in the first half, a little bit offensively, but our defense was the story tonight.
All right, well, hey, congratulations again, Sean. You know, we'll be talking to you this week sometimes. We'll be getting with you. I know everybody is, you know, in Nashville for the Mr. Football Awards, as Jake just talked about, you know, but a lot of great things. What do you got to say about it?
Well, I'm just going to talk about North Central and West playing this past weekend. I mean, Central winning 10-0. I mean, there's a couple of Maryville only won 12-0.
Yeah.
So some low-scoring games.
Yeah.
Maybe looking forward to some championship games being a little more high score, more offense. But I thought that was kind of a standout thing.
Yeah.
I mean, but overall, I mean, I think most of the teams that we picked last week are who we thought. I mean, let's see, Pearl Con won 21-20, so that was a close game. I know I picked Covington on that one. You got some of you guys picked. Who'd you pick?
Pearl Con.
Yeah, okay, got you. So Springfield won. There's a lot of good teams in this. I mean, Ravenwood, man, they're just so consistent,
yeah,
man.
you know,
they are so consistent.
Jake had talked about Houston being so good all year long, but that's going to be a game.
Oh,
Maryville,
it's going to be a
Ravenwood.
big one. That's going to be a nice matchup.
Yes,
in the
it will
weekend.
be. Yes,
Maryville only scoring 12 points and coming to play. I mean, they better score some points. That's all I know.
But you got to give a shout out to Murfreesboro, Oakland. You know, hey, they last year beat Maryville 38-0. You know, and Maryville is, like you said, a quiet champion. You don't hear much about them. They just go back to their business. I told you off camera, reminds me of George Quarles.
The old, Maryville.
But same thing too. Maryville holding to 0 points.
Yes.
That's big too.
Oh,
So
yeah,
back to low scoring. 0 points in a semifinal game. Man, that's got a
great team.
That's got a sting, man.
Hey, you know that game was 5-0 for a long time.
Wow, baseball.
5-0. 5-0. But hey, great season. We're getting down to it right now. That Jake and Chris are going to be in Cookeville starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know, it's going to be great. You guys down there, you know, getting some coverage from that. So when we come back here on Your High School Sports, Jake's going to join us, and we're going to do our quick pick show to end the season right here. So, because these guys will be in Nashville, so we can't do a Friday show. So we're going to do it now. So we'll be right back here on Your High School Sports.
You are watching Your High School Sports, the source for football in the Southeast. Stay tuned for more of Your High School Sports.
I'll tell you what, you don't have to look far to get savings right here at Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac in Greenville. Save up to $10,000 on a brand new 2019 Buick Encore. Save up to $10,500 on a brand new 2019 Buick Enclave. And I'll tell you what, how about saving up to $12,000 on a brand new 2019 Buick LaCrosse? Up to $12,000. Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, right here in Greenville, where as always, I'm going to save you money.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports Special Edition. Jake has joined us now. We're going to do our quick pick show because Chris and Jake are going to be in Cookeville Thursday, Friday, and Saturday covering the TSSAA State Championship. So, okay, quick. Do 1 and 2.
For 1 and 2, we've got Greenback and Lake County for 1A.
Greenback, man.
Going Greenback. I like Holden Willis.
I'm going Greenback as well.
All right, 2A, Meigs County and Peabody.
Well, I took Meigs County and Peabody last week, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going with Peabody.
You know what? I'm going to support Jake in his little home area, Peabody.
Yeah, I'm going Peabody as well. Obvious reasons, but again, aside from the obvious ties, Cooper Vargas, a fantastic quarterback from there, and I really like what they're doing with Shane Jacobs as head coach as well.
All right, I'm going Peabody as well. I'll do 3A. 3A, the Mighty Tornadoes taking on Pearl Cone.
I mean, that's going to be a tough test, but nothing tough for the Tornadoes. Alcoa.
Tornadoes.
Well, with no sound effect, I will go Alcoa as well.
Got to go with Gary Rankin.
Yeah.
All right, Alcoa. All right, let's go. 4A. Hold up here a second. Let me switch. 4A. 4A. Elizabeth and Springfield.
Elizabeth
and big.
You know what? In a game like this, it's going to Elizabeth. I'm not.
I know. I get ready to say something. What's wrong with him? You be called Sean. What's wrong with him?
Elizabethton.
Lizzie all the way, guys. It's a championship for Lizzie.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be an awesome game.
Chris get to be there. That's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, you guys.
Cool.
I want all. They're gonna be. Make sure you go to Facebook Live. Jake says he's gonna have everything on there.
Yep.
Because he'll be there on Thursday for the private schools. All right. 5A, Knox Central taking on Summit.
Yeah, actually, it's going to be a tough game. I'm going to stick around our home neck of the woods here, but I'm going to go Knox there. So
yeah, that's going to be a tough. But I'm going to stay with the homeboys too, Central.
Yeah, I'm going to go Central as well. Guys, going off that for a second, their semifinal win over West last week that Chris you talked about. After that game, Central has a senior, Unique Valentine. That after that game, I'll post the clip right here for you guys to watch. As you're watching, I zoomed in on him. He's laying on the field after the game, so emotional over the fact that they're going to a state championship. But guys, for most of this Central team, it's their second straight trip to the state title.
Yeah.
For him, he transferred into to Central this year, so it's his first trip to the state championship. And so Unique and the rest of the Bobcats, congratulations to you guys for advancing this far, but I'm going with them this week as well.
Yeah, I'm following the Bobcats. All right, 6A, the game. This is going to be the game, guys. Ravenwood taking on Maryville. Everybody's breathing.
Well,
defenses.
I'll go first. I'm going Maryville.
You know what? I have always liked Maryville, but I've also always been realistic. And Ravenwood is so good, guys. And we've talked about them for many years. Long story short, Maryville only scored 12 points last week. Ravenwood scored 42. They did hold 0 points. I'm going Ravenwood.
Man. Oh, boy. Okay, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Ravenwood and Maryville. See, it's tough for guys like Jake and I because we're going to be there.
Yeah. So if we pick wrong, then
yes, true.
Oh man, I want to say Ravenwood, but I got to stay with the homeboys in case they see me. Be kind of tough to interview Coach.
Got to stay faced, huh?
Yeah. I'm going to say Maryville's going to get an upset win over Ravenwood.
Yeah, I am going to go Maryville as well, but I'll tell you why. So coming into last week's game, Oakland was the top team in the entire state. Again, beat Maryville last year 38-0, and they had an offense that was rolling going into last week. So if the Rebels' defense, which has been stellar all year, can shut down the Patriots, then I'm going with them to be able to shut down Ravenwood's offense as well, even with Reggie Grimes on that defensive line.
Oh boy, it's going to be a good one.
And Reggie Grimes, just committed to Oklahoma too, so Maryville is going to have a tough test when they're on offense. So,
Ravenwood's one of the teams that they had pre-seasonally picked to win it all.
Yeah, they did.
Before anybody even lined up.
I just know that Hunt says, Coach Hunt from Maryville says they travel well. We like to travel. We like to travel. Okay, so
very, very subtly, but still saying they bring it every time.
You got that right. All right, hey, it's been a fun-filled.
Wait, we got Division 2 to go over.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm jumping. I'm sorry.
Oh,
go ahead. Wait, I was ready. I was ready.
You can already hear jingle bells.
I sure can. All right. Division 2, Class A, Davidson Academy and USJ. That's your school, eh?
No. USJ was our biggest rival growing up. It's where Trey Smith
went to school.
Went to school. And Trey, I love you, big fella, but there's only one gold ball in Jackson, and it's staying that way. Davidson Academy. Jackson Christian, 2006, if anybody remembers, the one gold ball in the history of the 731, and it's going to stay that way.
It's going to stay there.
That's a strong statement.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disagree then.
You heard that, Trey. Davidson County.
We're going with Davidson Academy.
I'm more afraid of Jake if I do disagree.
I'm going Davidson Academy. All right. We let Jake take that one. That's it. Class 2A, Division 2, CPA and ECS.
I gotta go with the Eagles this time around. I like the way the Christ Presbyterian's been running with their offense, but I think ECS is too strong with the likes of Austin Hill, Mr. Football this week for Class 2A in Division 2. So I'm going with the Eagles to bring it home to Memphis.
ECS?
I'll go opposite. I'll go CPA.
I'm going to stay with Jake, man.
Me too. He knows what he's talking
I'm
about.
riding the Jake train.
Jake train. I heard what you said last week on last week's show. They're just copying me.
Well, I'm copying this up because he's got some strong sales for his West Coast.
All right. The biggest game in AAA, and I know you'll be there.
Sir.
You'll be there Thursday for this one. McCallie and MBA.
Ooh, that's another.
Yep. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. McCallie coming in, the stronger team right now, and then MBA coming in after a few tough losses earlier this year, but still the Big Red finding a way to get to that state championship game. But they're running into a wall in the form of the Blue Tornado, D'Angelo Hardy, Jay Hardy, and the other playmakers that you have on that McCallie roster. They're going to get it done and bring it home for their first state championship since 2001, their first appearance since 2006 down in Cookeville. So I'm counting on the Blue Tornadoes and Ralph Potter to bring it back.
Sounds like a hurricane. I'm going with McCallie too. You
sticking with that
bring
one.
a strong case, Jake.
Now, with him even selling that case, I had already McCallie on my
That's what I thought too about. That just solidified.
After seeing them earlier this year,
I already had that.
I will say that after seeing McCallie in person earlier this year, whenever I went down to Chattanooga for that McCallie-Innsworth game, they may be the strongest team that I've seen in this entire year from what we've seen in high school football.
Wow.
So
You've seen a lot.
I'm going with the Blue Tornado.
He's going with the Blue Tornado. So are we here at Your High School Sports. We are going away down to Cookeville Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Make sure you go on yourhighschoolsports.com to our Facebook page. And what else can they?
Well, you can also be sure and check us out this week. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We will have it all this week. And be sure and let us know if you want to DM Chris or me. Let us know what snacks we should bring on the road trip. If you have any recommendations. It's only about, an hour and a half, 2.5 drive, but still, we'll try to make it fun. So.
And make sure you're here next week for the big announcement. We got a big announcement coming up here on Your High School Sports about 2020 season. So make sure you tune in next week because we're going to unveil something. So, guys.
Well, you said snacks. I'm sure there's some donuts.
Y'all get some donuts. Y'all get some donuts. Y'all make sure y'all
get leftover Thanksgiving, man.
There you go. Some tryptophan. Yeah. All right. So for Chris Reddick, for Chris Blevins, for Jake, I'm Roddy. We'll see you next week right here on Your High School Sports with Championship. I got 5 gold balls now. I can't get the 6th one. I got 5. How many you got?
I'm going to go 4.
Oh, I like 4.
I like 4, and I knew it was going to be 6.
We'll see you.
The savings don't stop when you get on the lot at Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. They just get started. How about saving up to $10,500 on a brand new 2019 GMC Acadia SLT? That's right, up to $10,500. And if you want bigger savings, how about saving up to $13,000 on a brand new 2019 GMC Sierra Crew Cab SLT? Make the short trip to Bachman Bernard Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac right here in Greenville, where, as always, I'm going to save you money.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Join us here each week for Your High School Sports, the source for football in the Southeast.